Greetings all and welcome to Dave's Craft Room, and on today's video we will be making a Baby Yoda quilt. This is for my friend Matt, who has been requesting this for a long time, actually relentlessly hounding me to make him a Mandolorian slash Baby Yoda quilt, and today is the day. I haven't seen the show. I'm gonna watch the show while I make the quilt because my brother gave me his Disney Plus password. We're gonna make a Baby Yoda quilt today. I have this. This is from a pillowcase. This is the back of the pillowcase. Actually, I don't even have. And then I have like a couple t-shirts that I ordered on eBay, and that one. And then two more from eBay that are not in yet. And this is loads of Baby Yoda fabric that I found online. He's actually called Grogu. I know he's called Grogu, but I haven't seen the show yet. I plan to watch it. I plan to start it. Well, I actually started it last night, although I didn't finish the episode. And then, in addition to all those things, we also have these. These are foundation paper piecing patterns. I don't think I've done FPP on this channel before, although I've done it in many quilts before. This one is for picturesboutique.com. They sell it for 1 cent. And then this one's actually applique, which I'm kind of excited for because I love applique, I love FPP, I love making t-shirt quilts and piecing. How are we gonna put it together? Kind of like improv. We're gonna get everything on the design wall. You know, some of this is panels, and then some of this is fabric with small designs on it. And so we can use some of this as filler to fill in the things. And then today, first step is gonna be to kind of process these. I need to iron on my interfacing, which is here. This is the one I like to use. I can't really tell you what it is because I lost the label for it, but I can't waste this. This is all I have of it. I don't really go into this stuff with a preconceived design. I kind of let the pieces fall together the way they will. In a quilt like this, you can't really put anything in the wrong place. I know it's gonna turn out good because it's not finished until it looks good. So if it's ugly, I just need to cut it up and keep working until it looks good. So we're gonna get started. The first thing we need to do is iron on interfacing, get everything up on the design wall, and then we're gonna finish day one by starting on these FPP slash the one applique. So I'm gonna do that now, and I'm gonna put the Mandalorian on. So we're gonna see what's going on. Why does everybody love this Baby Yoda creature? Actually, my brother said he didn't really like the show that much, but Matt's obsessed with it. So we're gonna get started.
They're 50 years old.
Baby Yoda's 50?
Also give you last.
I'm pulling fabric to use for the FPP pattern. Each color is numbered in the pattern, so I'm pinning a number to the fabric to keep them in order. The star fabric is going to be the background. Next, I cut out all the paper pieces and put them in a small pile in the order that I'm going to piece them.
Bone broth for the little one.
Oh.
That one over there.
Bone broth for the little one. That's what we're making. We're making bone broth for the little one. This pattern came with different sizes, and I'm making the 18-inch size. I wouldn't want to do any smaller than that because it's already very small and intricate pieces as it is. I didn't film a lot of making this because I wanted to focus on making it right, but these are the pieces I'm working with. This is the applique block I made. I sewed the child onto a fat quarter, and then when I sew him in, I can cut it to whatever size I need. These are the pillowcases, front and back. I ironed on an interfacing to make them better to work with. This is the result of the FPP pattern. I like how it turned out, however. The key issue with FPP is really the seams. It tends to be very intense. There's really no way to avoid that, but it's just a rendering. I'm happy with it. This is a t-shirt block. This is an FPP of the Mandalorian helmet, and then the rest of these are t-shirt blocks. So the rest of the quilt is going to be made up of this fabric. I have yardage of this green fabric, and then all these are fat quarters. So next I put the t-shirts and FPP up on the wall, and I have the fabric laid out in front, and I just start sewing. I sew the pieces into chunks, and then the chunks get bigger and bigger. Whenever I need to fill a space, I select one of the fabrics that I think will look good, and I just sew it up. Everything is sewn together into neighborhoods, and I make all the neighborhoods fit together without any Y-seams. So I watched The Mandalorian. I enjoyed the series very much. My brother didn't like it. He said it was boring and stupid. I thought the characters were interesting. The plot was good. I love a good caper with outer space swashbuckling. I was happy to see Ahsoka Tano because I liked her in the Clone Wars animated series. And this is the spoiler now, but I'm going to discuss the ending. I was happy to see Grogu going to study with Luke to become a Jedi, but we know what happens in the sequel trilogy, and we know what happens to the Jedi Temple. So was Grogu still there when that happens? Does he make it out okay? I guess we have to wait until season 3, but I'm still annoyed that they had that whole plot of the sequel trilogy in the first place. So if you watched The Mandalorian, let me know in the comments what did you think. Are you excited for season 3? Are you going to watch Ahsoka Tano's series when it comes out next year? And what do you think happens to Grogu after he goes to study at the Jedi Academy? Is he caught in the crossfires of what happens in the sequels, or what? I decided to hand quilt this with love. I laid it out on my living room floor and did it there. I do have a quilt frame. You can see it behind the egg chair with a different quilt on it. But I find that I can quilt without a frame. The key word is basting. As long as the sandwich is basted well, you can really quilt however you want. I think in this case I used the spray basting. Whenever I quilt, I have a small Tupperware container in front of me with the thread and needles and snips, and everything gets put in the Tupperware container so that I always know where it is and I don't spend half the time looking for stuff. After I quilted diamonds across the whole thing, I went back and did some more quilting embellishments where I thought it needed it. And this is the final result. It turned out stunning, and most importantly, Matt loves it. So, thank you for watching, and please come again.